Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today is going to be a little bit shorter of a video. It's more of an announcement video than anything, but I was just coming to you today to say that I'm going to be doing a Scourge of War Gettysburg video that takes a look at the entire battle of the Battle of Antietam. I started playing it last night in a live stream, and originally I was going to do the Union scenario, which allows you to play the entire Union army under George McClellan, but it's only 6 hours long, so it ends kind of midday. For the Battle of Antietam, that is. And I decided instead I'm going to play as the Confederacy, because there's a 11-hour scenario which allows you to play as the Confederate Army at the Battle of Antietam from 5:45 a.m. to the conclusion of the fight in the afternoon of September 17th, 1862, the bloodiest day in American history where more than 20,000 men became casualties in just an 11-hour period of time. An incredibly bloody affair in the slopes of Maryland when General Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia, with just under 40,000 men, invaded the Union, and General George B. McClellan was put hastily back in command of the Union Army of the Potomac under command of some 70 to 90,000 men. It's a historic campaign, probably the most well-known battle after Gettysburg. Certainly monumental in American history. And Scourge of War, which is a game that kind of was the impetus for my channel, does a great job of modeling several of these battles, including the Battle of Antietam. It was a DLC for Gettysburg, and I want to take a look at it. So I'm going to be playing as the Confederacy. It's an 11-hour scenario, as I've already mentioned. I actually plan to play through some of it as a live stream, so I played through the first hour or so as a live stream just yesterday. And I'll probably be copying out the audio from the live stream and providing historical narration or commentary about the actual battle. I did this once before for wargamer.com. It seemed to be really well received. I chopped it down a bit, so it was only like 6 hours of footage instead of 11. But kind of the nature of my channel now, if I can talk more about Civil War history and other things like that, I'll probably just leave it at the full 11 hours. Now, that means there will be times where it's kind of boring. You know, this is basically half a day live of fighting. So there are lulls, there are ebbs, there are flows, but the really unique thing about Scourge of War is it gives you the ability to model battles at a scope of which no game I've seen before does. Maybe some mods of Total War, but Scourge of War allows you to fight the entire Battle of Antietam with more than 40,000 actual sprites on the screen, fighting it out, representing more than 110,000 soldiers in real time. So it does a really good job of modeling the battles. It's an interesting game that allows you to play as an RPG as well, where you could be a commander of an individual brigade. I've got quite a few videos on it, but I haven't done much recently. I'm also anticipating coming back to Scourge of War Waterloo, which is the newest version in the series. I didn't play any part in Scourge of War Antietam or Gettysburg or Chancellorsville or any of those early Civil War games. I did play the role on Waterloo as a tester, but I have no real affiliation with the Scourge of War Gettysburg game that we're playing here. But this is, again, way back some 5 years ago now, when my channel first started in January of 2012, I think it was. I started off by playing some of the Antietam scenarios. You know, I'd been watching YouTube for a while, I'd seen other gamers out there, and this was a game I really enjoyed. I didn't see a lot of footage out there. I knew a lot about the Civil War. I was in college and had done some papers in the Civil War in high school. I would end up writing my senior thesis in college on the Civil War. And it was an area that to this day I still have quite a bit of passion about, and I know quite a bit about. Not at any sort of expert level, but at least at a survey history level, to the point where most people don't know. So I thought, you know, it would be fun to play this game that I really enjoy and talk about it on YouTube. And that ended up getting me a role as a tester after, you know, a year or two on the Scourge of War team. Great group of guys. And from there, I started branching out to other games pretty quickly thereafter. Panzer Corps, followed by, you know, other games throughout. Now I've got quite a few games covered on my channel. But at the end of the day, my channel really all came down to Scourge of War. That's what was the birthplace of this channel. And I think after 5+ years, I think this is my 5th anniversary on YouTube, maybe my 4th, I can't remember. I'd have to take a look. But it started in 2012. After that much time on YouTube, I think it's appropriate that I return back to some of the early scenarios that I did, and specifically Antietam, which played a big role in those early. I didn't play a ton of Gettysburg, but mainly Antietam, at least on my channel. And then I'll return to Scourge of War Waterloo. Now, this is not in lieu of Ultimate General in any way. I will be continuing to show Ultimate General. I actually streamed 2 hours of it just now, just ended. So I'll be doing some videos there as well. But just kind of, I guess I'm going full bore Civil War. So just sort of more of a channel update than anything. Look forward to Scourge of War, look forward to Ultimate General, and look forward to some more Strategic Command, as well as I'm still working on my top 5 most anticipated games of 2017. And actually, wargamer.com had a nice piece that kind of outlined some of the games that they know are coming out as well. Anyway, guys, that's enough of me rambling and reminiscing. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying thank you for watching, and I'm out.